Hello and welcome back to the article arc. Are traditional 9 to 5 jobs becoming a thing of the past? Or is the gig economy just a passing trend? Today, we are diving into the biggest debate in the job market, traditional jobs versus gig work. Which ones offer more freedom, stability, and financial security? Let's break it down. With the rise of platforms like Uber, Fiverr, and Upwork, more people are leaving their office desks and opting for flexible independent work. But is this really the future of work, or does the traditional job still hold more value? In this video, we will explore the benefits and challenges of both career paths so you can decide what's best for you. After this, you can transition into defining each type of work before discussing their pros and cons. Traditional jobs versus gig economy. Benefits and challenges. This article is written by Sudhastava Ghosh. While most people still consider traditional employment the safest mode of securing fixed and a stable income, in recent years, people have been exploring different opportunities based on projects which interest them and provide flexibility and better control for their time. Both traditional and non-traditional employment, often called gig economy or gig employment, have their own sets of benefits and challenges. While the pros and concerns of both types of employment are often evaluated under the lens of softer aspects such as flexibility, work life balance, etc. Impact under taxes and labor laws are also important criteria to evaluate. In traditional employment, an individual earns a salary based on the employment contract and the employer considers the salary for taxation as per the prescribed tax slave rates. Under gig employment, tax is deducted by the service recipient considering the worker as an independent professional consultant. A specific tax as prescribed under the Income Tax Act is withheld on the invoice value. It is usually less than the actual tax the gig worker needs to pay, and in such a case, the gig worker is responsible for paying the additional tax. The gig worker is also required to register under goods and service tax wherever applicable and charges GST on the invoice as well as comply with all GST regulations and compliances. Under traditional employment, an individual is not required to undertake the administrative burden of raising an invoice, remitting the taxes personally, complying with GST regulation, etc. Traditional employment also allows employees to participate in retire benefits schemes such as provident fund, superannuation, etc. A gig worker is generally not considered an employee and therefore participation in retirement benefits is not allowed currently, other than personal contribution to national pension scheme system or S. However, the government is working extensively to important imp- extensively to implement a scheme wherein gig workers would be allowed to contribute to towards pension. A few deterrents could be gig workers not being eligible for employer provided insurance coverage, paid holidays, etc. In addition, traditional employees would have a better standing before financial in situations for getting loans, offers, etc. While there are challenges in the gig economy, there are certain benefits as well. Since a gig worker is considered an independent professional consultant, the individual is allowed to consider the expenses incurred to perform the service as a business expenses. The expenses could be depreciation for the vehicle used for business, expenses incurred for business promotions, printing a stationery, etc. A salaried individual is not allowed to consider such expenses as a deduction from salary. The gig worker is allowed to compute the profit from his and her profession either through an audit of the books of accounts or through presumptive taxation where the accounts are not maintained. Presumptive taxation is a computation methodology where a fixed percentage of gross receipts is considered as a profit and no expenses is allowed to be considered as a deduction. Where the receipt from the profession exceeds rupees 50 lakh, a gig worker is required to undertake an audit of the books of accounts. In addition, the types of employment can depend on, say, a company's requirements, and organizations will evaluate whether the resources requirement is for a time bound project or requires a full time employee to be hired. While the gig worker would be paid only for a specified period, the company would need to ensure that aspects such as confidentially intellectual property, data privacy, etc. are managed approximately to comply with various laws governing the same. Based on recent trends, we see that at the start of their career, many people prefer traditional employment. As careers improve and niche skill sets are obtained, people evaluate the pros and cons of gig and traditional employment. The choice depends largely on individual preferences. If flexibility and different opportunity are most important, gig employment may be the preferred choice. However, if job security, retired benefits, etc. are priorities, traditional employment may likely be a better fit. The writer is tax partner EY India. Views expressed are present personal. Traditional employment allows employees to participate in retired benefits scheme, while a gig worker is generally not considered an employee. However, the government is working to implement a scheme wherein gig workers would be allowed to contribute towards pension. Thank you and Jai Hind.